closest word I can think of. A Gremio Stan. And he, Police Station Restorer. So, yeah. Enough. Okay, I'm sorry, Johan. Just the most beautiful man in all of Tetris. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris, let's go! That's kind of a weird color palette by Greek. Why is that? I mean, it looks cool, but kind of like pastel colors. Getting the first Tetris of the game.
I honestly think that might just be like the RF switch versus like AV, just like how the colors are kind of more dampened. But what do I know? Hey,
Poopy calling me a simp.
Poopy, you can't say those things on Twitch anymore. It's all banned.
Indeed. Yeah, as soon as Johan starts selling bathwater, then who knows? I don't think I'd buy his bathwater. Probably. But yeah, Greek just in a little bit of trouble. Nothing he can't clear out. Just keeping a parody in mind. I would have put that C like covering up the hole, but just very, very smart placements by him. Meanwhile, Johan, joga limpio, just playing very clean. He is at 31 lines with 85,000 points. Just doing an amazing job. Getting the right pieces and the right mindset, I suppose. Joga muito bonito. Tu, Japorto, você tem toda a razão.
For both players, pretty much evenly matched up at this point, with being within a Tetris, but they're also about a couple Tetrises worth of lines separated. And,
and that spin by Pickrick? I'm just gonna call him Pickle Rick.
I don't like his Twitch name is PK Rick, so
PK Rick.
PK Rick? I don't.
Oh my god! Do you remember like in 2018 when they made like a Rick and Morty sauce and people were going around screaming, "I'm Pickle Rick!"
Yeah, the Szechuan sauce. Yeah, that's still really expensive on eBay. I was looking the other day.
Wait, really? No way.
It was like 3 packs for like $20, and I'm not spending that money for something I can get.
Probably expired.
Oh yeah, it's probably disgusting. Yes, the winner of this plays Japorto in the round of 8.
And if Johan takes it, then it will be a classic Brazilian match. And in terms of score, we have both players just very, very evenly matched. Both of them playing pretty clean, but taking the burns that they need, not going overly aggressive. Oh my god, the screen is kind of frozen for me, but what I can see is that... Oh no, wait, I can't see anything. Okay, now I can see. Oh, now I can't see. Okay, yeah, Johan at 88 lines with 289, and now with the Tetris getting to the 300,000 point mark. Meanwhile, Pickrick already there at 321, 344. Just like 11,000 points separating both of... Oh, and that line spin! Wow, what a Chad! That was just
beautiful
incredible.
My ferret has decided to join us for this match.
Wait, what?
He's very excited to watch this.
Oh, hello. Wait, your family? Wait, I'm sorry, I didn't.
My ferret.
Your ferret. Oh, you have to show that on stream. Show us the ferret. I mean,
Oh no!
I don't know.
Johann.
Wait, what happened? No, Johann. Just I started speaking about ferrets and not about how beautiful and amazing player he is. But now he's just gonna have to do a gigantic dig. Will he be able to do it? And with that T placement, I don't think that Das will allow it. But I don't know. The stream is kind of frozen for me. And yeah, he's gonna top out at 383. No, John. Johan will forever be number one in my heart.
Okay, so we have readies from both players. We'll count them down with a 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Get it going real quick and fast and all nice.
Oh wait, is Pickrick a DAS player, a TAP player? Because he has like DAS PBs and TAP PBs and like in his screen, so maybe a hybrid player.
Yeah, just a good player in general. Max outs in both TAP and DAS.
Oh, setting up for the T-spin, getting the T-spin. Wow. Now I don't know if that was. I mean, that looked like flexing to me, but very well executed. So good on you, Pickrick. After this match, I'm gonna go eat an empanada. So if someone wants to, and the best empanadas, which are the Chilean ones, of course. So if anyone in the chat wants to substitute me, you can do it. And Johan, in some trouble, maybe getting nervous, from the high expectations I put on his shoulders, but he's cleaning it up. That's why they call him Mr. Clean. The standard of literally no one calls him Mr. Clean, but still, the standard of classic Tetris is what they call him. So, yeah. Now setting up dirty, going dirty, getting the dirty Tetris. Muito bom jogado, Johan.
Good afternoon.
Oh, we have Bernie.
Hey, Bernie.
Hello, Bernie. How's it going, Bernie? Bernie Sanders. Wait, is Bernie a restreamer or not? Or does he feel like comfortable commentating?
I don't know at all.
Because Vernie, if you want to join, I'm gonna go eat an empanada very, very soon. But yeah, just Johan at 52 lines with 105,000 points. Meanwhile, Pickrick at 55 lines with 224,000 points, having to take like a few burns. But you can just see in his face that he doesn't care because he knows that he has like over 100,000 points of an advantage. But Johan just doing the best he can do. Just fighting for his life. I'm waking up in 4 hours. What? Where does Vernie live? Like not to dox you, Vernie, or anything, but No, hi, stay playing next. I'm sorry, I'm hungry. I want an empanada. And boom, a Tetris for our favorite Johan. I mean, my favorite at least.
We clearly, in this broadcast booth, do not have any biases or favorites towards any players.
No, not at all whatsoever. And, I was about to say a dirty Tetris, but just a center. Oh my god, that was so annoying in CTWC when the commentators just said dirty Tetrises at center wells. And I was like, no, it's a center
Listen,
well.
James Chen's been doing this a lot longer than me. I'm not saying anything.
Wait, fuck. I think my dad is calling me actually. Fuck. Wait, papá? A comer ahora. Yeah, it's time for. Papá, déjame terminar este partido.
Well,
No, apúrate.
we do a
Fuck. Okay, so my dad is just screaming for me to go eat some empanadas. So I'm gonna leave. I'm sending all of my mental energy to Johan. I believe, and yeah, thank you so much, Peyton. And yeah, take care.
enjoy your food. So we have a pretty, standard matchup. PK Rick is, well, about 18 lines from the transition, 16 lines from the transition at 396,000, but has to unfortunately cover the right well due to the little discrepancy in his stack that he's created. But it's going to kind of just decide the down stack because there's only 10 lines to the transition and you want to have as healthy as a board as possible. Meanwhile, Johan is 6 lines from transition and has unfortunate RNG there. Has to cover something that's not the most helpful. And this is kind of a non-ideal transition. Oh, and is going to hang a couple pieces and top out with 352,000. So PK Rick is going to take game number 2 and take the set in advance to the round of 8. So we now have our round of 8 bracket. Okay, both players are ready, so count down. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. So both players starting off with interesting stacks. Okay, we have Japorto. Kind of an interesting stack, and PK Eric having a slightly more commanding stack. But we have a dirty Tetris from Japorto now, and or potentially, nope, he's gonna just not do that. don't listen to me. I'm very tired. Joking aside, he has, I guess it was a center well. He covered it anyways, but just working on burning this down, and not the best board state, but a nice flip, and that hopefully will be the catalyst to really start lowering the junk on the board. Yeah, 44 lines. Japorto's at 115,000, and at 51 lines, PK Eric is at 171,000. And PK Eric having a pretty nice, comfortable scenario on his board. And Japorto is also very clean now, so it's any player's game. It's still very within reach for either player. Both players are Tetris ready, waiting for the long bar to come. And PK Eric is going to get the long bar and score a Tetris. And another Tetris for Japorto. Very comfortable matchup thus far. I don't know. I don't know if any player really has a clear advantage. While PK Eric is in the lead, it's about it. And it looks like Japorto is kind of just still working on downstacking this little. And PK Eric is going to transition at 471,000 at 132 lines. So, and it's going to score another Tetris. And Japorto is going to transition at 376,000. So there's still plenty of time for Japorto to catch up, but it does look like PK Eric is starting to have a lead. Well, has the lead, starting to do wonders with his lead for him. He is one row off from the bottom, so he's going to score kind of a dirty Tetris there, and it's going to have to start really, cleaning up. He's going to score a triple there and start trying to preserve his board's health. It's the most important thing when it's a still close enough contest. Oh, but Japorto's going to top out 382,000, so it doesn't even matter. PK Eric is good and is going to win the first game. So GG's. So calm down on the next game with a 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Japorto kind of playing a little high and aggressive, but kind of just, tearing it down. And a Tetris for PK Eric. And the Tetris for Japorto. And it looks like, PK Eric with a little misdrop there is going to have to do some solid Tetrising. Oh, and it looks like he missed a spin. Or at least went for a spin that he might not have been able to get. It was like I was already going down to look at there. And it was kind of past me. I wasn't too sure. Either way, both players are doing pretty well with what's been dealt to them. And PK Eric playing a little high, a little aggressive. But once again, it'll be rather rewarding if the long bar comes soon. And a Tetris. But Japorto is a little high. Oh, and he's not going to be able to get the T over and tops out 149,000. So PK Eric is going to take game number 2, forcing a match point. I will be right back. Oh, well, and unfortunately, I come back and miss the fact that looks like there was an early top out from PK Rick. Hey, you're welcome. Honestly, I was just going to grab something to drink really quick. Just sick of water. Gross. So after that, Rick, or PK Eric, he's looking to get redemption. And Japorto's looking to force a decider. Tetris for Japorto. As PK Eric kind of was not getting a long bar. Gets shrouded, but gets a long bar over and scores a Tetris. Smart vertical J placement there. While Japorto is kind of just pushing down, being a little more aggressive now, as he needs to be. Tetris for PK Eric. Oh, last second skim. There's a save. Japorto's life in this tournament. PK Rick cleans up the little couple lines covering up as well, and Tetris Rain's gonna score a Tetris. Meanwhile, Japorto is kind of waiting on either L or J. Gets the J and then an L. The handle exactly perfectly what was going on his board. Tetris for Japorto. Meanwhile, PK Eric is kind of waiting for pieces, and this is gonna get the T-spin and just continue the wait. And simul Tetrises. Tetris ready. He's going to score Tetris. Japorto, 299 through 74 lines, and PK Eric, 253 through 80 lines. Both players aggressively scoring Tetrises now. And another Tetris for Japorto. PK Eric is now Tetris ready, but it's going to have the cover as well. Set up a late burn with RNG. But he gets a long bar right after he opens up the well and scores a Tetris. .420 at 103 lines for Japorto and 327 at 100 lines for PK Eric. So Japorto really taking the bull by the reins after that momentum shifting early top out. Both players approaching the transition very soon. 7 lines for both of them. And, well, not the most ideal RNG heading towards the transition. And Japorto transitions at 502. PK Eric transitions at 475. So PK Eric really got up. No, Japorto tops out at 505. So 506 and PK Eric has this. A single will do it for him. And PK Eric advances to the semifinals. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. So PK Eric starting off with a traditional kind of clean flat stack. And he's got a score Tetris to start things off beautifully. Knight is also has a pretty nice stack to start off. Pretty clean. Has a little drop off, so it's not as accommodating as you'd like, but it's gonna change that hopefully. And he's got a score Tetris. Meanwhile, and another Tetris for Knight. A third Tetris for Knight to take the lead. Meanwhile, PK Eric is gonna knock down the Tetris. And another Tetris there. Beautiful playing from both players to start this off. And another Tetris for Knight. Once again, another Tetris for Knight. It's beautiful RNG, beautiful stacking. And PK Eric with a Tetris, and a Tetris for Knight. Their levels of aggression are just right for each other. And another Tetris for Knight, and a Tetris for PK Eric. And Knight with a Tetris. At 50 lines, Knight's at 216,000, and they're actually tied for a moment, and 53 lines. PK Eric is at 239,000. The winner of this set gets to play against Tugi in the finals, and the winner of that will win the lovely made overlay. Sorry, blanking on the word for a second. PK Eric is kind of in a dig situation while Knight is clean. And Knight's gonna score a Tetris. PK Eric is, clean, About to be clean. Now it's clean. A knight with another Tetris. And another Tetris 4 knight. And another Tetris. And PK Eric in a little better scenario than Knight is right now, but both are in digging mode. PK Eric pretty much clean and his Tetris ready. Just waiting for the long bar. Will it come? Who knows? Unfortunately, he covers the well right when it comes. Eric with the Tetris. And Knight with the Tetris. So 117 lines, so 13 lines to the transition. Knight's at 427,000, and 8 lines to the transition for PK Eric at 364,000. So that's your score check. Probably the last ultimate check before the transition for each other, but you'll know your scores going into the transition momentarily. So PK Eric is going to transition at 394,000, and with that Tetris, that leaves one more Tetris potentially for Knight before transition. And with that, Tetris, Knight's going to transition at 500,000 exactly. So about a 100,000 point lead right now for Knight. PK Eric playing beautifully though on 20. $555,000 for Knight to 414,000 for PK Eric. PK Eric desperately waiting for a long bar. Gets the long bar and scores a dirty Tetris. Well, Knight 595,000. Oh, and PK Eric's gonna top out at 451,000. So Knight will be taking game number 1 of the set. So GG's. Some really great survival though. 19 speeds.
Can we sing for about an hour and a half?
So we have already from PK. Just letting you know that Knight, you are good. Oh, beautiful pole vault. It's all good. It's a beautiful pole vault. Someone clip that. So we have readies from both players. Let's count them down. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Game number 2 of the semifinals between PK Eric and Knight.
Supposed to be all the way down, so the water's draining still.
And PK Eric starting off with a nice Tetris there. Well, Knight's stream is frozen, so I'll try to commentate. Okay, there it is. Based on. And Knight's gonna score Tetris. It's just not caught up all the way. It's a little stuttery. PK Eric with another Tetris. PK Eric's very clean. Just waiting for the long bar. PK Eric with that long bar is going to score Tetris. It's 169,000 at 36 lines. A very, very nice score to the line ratio. And another Tetris for Knight. And a Tetris for Knight. 162,000 at 55 lines. The PK Eric's gonna score Tetris. 243,000 at 54 lines. And Knight with another Tetris. PK Eric playing pretty high. But he's gonna get the long bar over and score Tetris. 360,000. Oh, yes, thanks for the heads up on that, Sharky. Yeah, PK Eric getting out of that very nicely. There we go. And a Tetris for Knight. 365,000 at 83 lines and 264,000 at 84 lines for Knight. And another dirty Tetris for Knight. Some nice high maneuvering from PK Eric right now. He's going to score Tetris. Knight also going to score Tetris. So they are under 100, or they are past 100 lines now. 337,000 at 102 lines for PK or Knight, and 106 lines, and 407,000 for PK Eric. And a Tetris for PK Eric. Knight with some nice tucking. So 9 lines or 5 lines to transition for PK Eric and 11 lines for transition for Knight. 481,000 for at 125 for PK Eric and 375,000 at 120 lines for Knight. On the Tetris for PK Eric into the transition at 505,000. Knight transitions at 406,000. So about 100,000 point difference going into the transition. And a Tetris for Knight. And another Tetris for Knight. PK Eric going to take a nice safety triple there. And another Tetris coming for Knight. 489,000 to 550,000. Knight's catching up quite nicely to PK Eric. And another Tetris for Knight, 515 to 581. As PK Eric just scored a Tetris as well. And the Tetris for PK Eric. Oh no, and Knight's going to top out at 521. So PK Eric is good for game number 2. We have a ready from Knight. And a ready from PK Eric. So let's count down with a 3, 2, 1, Tetris. So far, pretty straightforward opening. Knight's stuff is kind of jammed right now on his end. So I'll let you know he's at 505,000. And Tetris for Knight. Yeah, Night stream's quite behind on the restreaming right now. And PK Eric's setting up a kind of left well, interesting off left well. He's going to score Tetris. Knight at 174,000 at 46 lines. And PK Eric at 126,000 at 52 lines. Tetris. Set up for PK Eric. He's gonna get the long bar and score one. Kind of Tetris coming up potentially for Knight if he's able to build out the right well. And he does. So Tetris. 273,000 for Knight to 189,000 for PK Eric. 75 lines for PK Eric and 74 for Knight. So far, some pretty good competitive matchups between these two. And hopefully they'll get to play more throughout, throughout the community, whether it's in CTM, CTL, CTWC potentially, who knows. Yeah, Tetris for Knight. And another Tetris for Knight. So Knight at 611,000 at level 26 and 543,000 at level 27 for PK Eric. Not on purpose. I know there was a time when their Knight's score kind of wasn't there. For like a minute. So we have readies from both players. Count down. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Nice start from both players. PK Eric playing really clean. Knight has a little bit to take care of. Knight about to be good. And his Tetris ratings are going to score Tetris. 164,057 lines. To PK Eric's 226,000 at 62 lines. And Knight cleaning up really nicely. PK Eric has a T dependency, but he's going to cover it right before the T comes. Knight, Tetris ready. Let's see if the long bar comes. If the long bar comes, he's going to score Tetris. 316,099 lines and 316,000 at 100 lines. They are tied up right now. Knight with the Tetris. Taking a slight lead. I'm going to Tetris for PK Eric. 413,123 lines. So transition is coming up really soon for both players. It's a very close game. PK Eric needs to stay alive to force the decider. So Knight's at 410,138 lines, and nice Tetris there. And 471,140 lines for PK Eric. $462,000 at 170 lines and 524,000 at 169 lines. PK Eric just needs to survive. It's a super close, tight game between these two players. Knight's hoping to get the victory to go against Tugi. Knight's going about in the lead. Oh no, PK Eric Tetris is back into the lead. Honestly, it's anyone's game at this point. PK Eric's Tetris ready, waiting for the long bar, and gets the long bar, scores the Tetris. 649 at 204. 610 at 205 from Knight. Knight's at level 27. He has to push forward a little. PK Eric's about almost 100,000 points ahead, roughly. I think that unless Knight can pull off a couple of kill screen Tetrises, which doesn't look like it's going to happen. And Knight tops out at 710. And PKR tops out at 836. So we are going to game number 5, the decider. Forcing each other to kill screen. Amazing stuff, guys. Hopefully, no early top outs or any shenanigans. Okay, go get your drink. Stay hydrated. PK Eric is ready. Knight's ready. I'm ready, so let's count them down with a 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Game number 5, the decider. The winner of this match, you best believe that they're going to face Tugi in the finals. They're playing for all the marbles at this point. I don't dare say anything that could like jinx anyone. I smell cookies. Nice conservative burns from Knight.
Yeah, that I remember. I'll eat one here in a minute when it cools off.
Then Tetrises from both players. And Tetrises all around for both players at this point. Another double kill screen game would be awesome to send off the winner to the finals. And a couple Tetrises for Knight, and then a Tetris for PKR. So let's give a score report. 189,000 at 56 lines for PK Eric, and 176,000 at 59 lines for Knight. PK Eric has a little digging to do. Seen him go through worse. So hopefully he'll be able to do this with ease. And Knight has a few holes in his deck as well. Both players are playing very close to each other. 287,000 at 99 lines for Knight, and 284,000 at 97 lines for PK Eric, so it's anyone's game. And Tetris is... both players are Tetris ready. And PK Eric's going to score Tetris. And the long bar comes from Knight, and Knight's going to score Tetris 359,115 lines and 338,115 lines for PK Eric. And a Tetris for PK Eric. And a Tetris for Knight. Knight has 7 lines to transition, and PK Eric has 9 lines to transition, so they have to be careful. PK Eric's going to take a Tetris there. We have a transition for Knight at 418,000. And we also had a transition for PK Eric at about 420 something. PK Eric is at 488,000 at level 22. So a couple Tetrises ahead still. And with that, Knight's going to top out 464,000. So PK Eric does take the decider and will face Tugi. momentarily in the finals. Become a top tier player. Yes. If only I had a rest of a band, I would say I'd totally record you some for those. Because I have a bunch of written stuff that I could do, but unfortunately, don't have a band to play with. That's fair. You just have to look up covers that are so bad that they're not noticeable. Wait, we're ready from PK Eric. We just finished playing, and it's ready already. And we have it ready for Tugi, so let's get them down. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. It's beautiful to see all the support in the chat for Tugi. A true fan favorite. We know one person who won't be cheering for him, though, and they'll get to have their beef settled come a few more weeks. But all joking aside, both players started off really hot. Both 50,000 and 51,000, so pretty good. Tugi covers the well as soon as the long bar comes, unfortunately. So he's got to burn through a few pieces there. He's going to get the long bar and score a Tetris. I just realized I was looking at the wrong one. That was the live stream. PK Eric kind of digging out that one hole. Now has a J dependency. Was going to use the long bar to satisfy that. Erickson score Tetris. Tetris set up for Tugi if he can get the long bar. And he gets the long bar and scores the Tetris. Tugi then just needs another long bar. A little monk ass overhang there for Eric, but just needs a few pieces to really get out of it. And he gets exactly those pieces. Score check: 155,000 at 63 lines for PK Eric and 230,000 at 63 lines for Tugi. Both players still really comfortable stacks. Nice flat T-burn from PK Eric. And a Tetris. Another Tetris for PK Eric. 108 lines for both players, so they have to start really thinking about the transition. Tugi with a dirty Tetris. With 20 or 17 lines to the transition. So 4 lines to transition for Tugi. And Tugi's going to transition at 430,000 roughly, as did PK Eric. So it's a very, very close game between these two. Tugi with the long bar, the score Tetris. Oh, and Tugi's going to top out at 503, and PK Eric's going to take game number 1. Tugi's ready for game number 2. And we have a ready from BK Eric. So let's count them down. With 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Nice dirty Tetris there for Tugi. And Tugi with a nice triple there. He's going to hit the nice S-spin. And PK Eric is, well, just kind of waiting to fill the C or T dependency, and it's going to fill it with the Z piece. And it's going to get the Tetris and score. And his Tetris ready once again, and gets another long bar to score another Tetris. And Tugi is also Tetris ready. It's going to get a long bar and score a Tetris. And PK Eric going to get the long bar over and score Tetris himself. Tugi waiting for a long bar. And a long bar is finally going to come. And he's going to score 2 Tetrises, while PK Eric has a little digging to do. I can hear it on my end, but yeah, it's the drums are louder, but that's about it. The melody's a little quiet. And Tugi setting up for a Tetris. So Tugi's at 318,000 at 93 lines, and PK Eric is at 256,000 at 95 lines. As your score update. PK Eric, Tetris ready. Waiting for the long bar, and so get a long bar over and score Tetris. And PK Eric with another Tetris, 381,000 at 127 lines to 426,000 at 129 lines. Tugi is one line from transition and had a pretty nice dig all in all. And gets a Tetris. It is a 20,000 point game. It's very close. Tugi missed the T-spin, but that's not important. What's important is he was able to knock down Tetris. Tugi is clean, but is now down by 2,000 points to PK Eric. But without Tetris, he's going to take back the lead. And another Tetris for Tugi. And another Tetris for Tugi. Let's focus now on some PK Eric. PK Eric. So I saw another Tetris for Tugi, but PK Eric is waiting for a piece that can really fill out this dependency on the right, and he's gonna fill it out and get a Tetris. It's 595,193 lines to Tugi's 638,000 at 195 lines. So good games so far for both players. For the two sets. And another Tetris from Tugi. PK Eric at 642,000. And Tugi at level 27. And he scores another Tetris! Level 28. He's gonna be clean. Gets another Tetris. 788,000 on level 28. He has potentially 2 more Tetrises before kill screen. And he's gonna get one. It's 823,000. And he's Tetris ready. He's gonna try building up as much as he can to play in the kill screen. He's gonna take the Tetris and take a single. Take a single. Take a single. 863,000 for Tugi. And unfortunately, that's not going to be enough for PK Eric. So he takes game number 2. So we are all good for game number 3. So let's count down with a 3, 2, 1, Tetris. So, Tugi right now at 126,000 through 36 lines, and PK Eric at 166,000 through 36 lines. PK Eric playing very, very well. Tugi, clean. Tugi, 240,000 at 71 lines. To PK Eric's 311,000. Oh, okay, we lost Chrissy's OBS for a moment, so just keep playing, guys. Yes, it's kind of stuttering, but it's there. So it's almost transition time, so I've been a little lacking, but 405,000 for Tugi, and he's going to transition at 430,000, And PK Eric's doing transition at around 450,000 or 470,000. Sorry, I can add. And a Tetris for PK Eric. So Tugi's at 480,000, and PK Eric is at 550,000. It's still very close, and still within grasp for Tugi. And a Tetris for Tugi, 554 to 655,000. So it is a 100,000 point game on level 24. Oh, PK Eric tops out at 666, 340. So, but Tugi tops out at 567. So PK Eric is going to take game number 2. Or game number 3, sorry. Yeah. So we have a potential match point. Well, we have a match point scenario right now. So let's count them down. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Tugi versus PK Eric. Who will win? PK Eric is able to win this. He will advance to the wonderful thing known as the Wall of Champions, which does not exist. And if Tugi wins, he forces the decider. So it's exciting either way. Tugi and PK Eric are actually off to a very similar start. PK Eric 114,000 at 40 lines, and Tugi at 148,000 through 39 lines, so very close still. Tugi with an interesting long war placement there. Setting up for a dirty Tetris. And he's going to get the dirty Tetris. I don't think it was intentional, but it worked out. And another Tetris 4 for Tugi. Tugi with a very nice stack. And it's going to score Tetris with that long bar. And another Tetris for Tugi. Let's look down at PK Eric. Eric with that double is going to open up the lot very well and score Tetris. 361,099 lines to Tugi's 352,097 lines. Tugi with that is going to have a fun time cleaning. So he's at 120 lines, 378,000. So he has 10 lines to transition, and PK Eric is at 478,000. So 100,000 point lead at 122 lines with. So 8 lines to the transition. So he's going to be able to get one more Tetris. Potentially. He's going to just take a double instead of the transition. As Tugi transitions at 410, and PK Eric's going to transition at 506. Oh no, Tugi. Oh no, and Tugi's gonna top out with 439,000. Unfortunate. But that means Peak is your winner and is the recipient of a brand new stream layout courtesy of Chrissy. Congratulations. You put up a very hard-fought victory and had quite the run through the tournament.